Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here in Suphan Buri, and we're on the western banks of the Tachin River, which is one of the major rivers that goes through central Thailand on its way over to the Gulf. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at a temple that is about 600 years old or so. They're not exactly sure when it was built, but due to the styling of the center prong, because it was built without the use of cement or mortar, they date it back to the early Ayutthaya. There was probably an existing temple here that goes back to the Dawadi and the Utong, all of that. So anyway, it's been built on many times, and it was abandoned and then restored again. And it's currently an active temple that has some cool things to see. So we'll walk through here and we'll take a look at what they say is the most beautiful chedi in the province, and we'll see what we see today. So here is the temple grounds. Now, I've been to this temple before about 3 years ago, and they've done a lot of restoration here, which is really cool to see. There's a couple reclining Buddhas, and this hall right here was locked up last time I was here. That one over there, I stuck my head in. It looks like it's locked today. It's just like a plain hall. But let's see what this looks like in here first, and then we'll go look at the prong and everything else. Yeah, last time this was all closed up. It's kind of cool. So they have all these images that people have donated here, and then the main image is down here. It's a humongous Wihan. It has scenes of the Jataka and the Buddhist life, everything up around the top. Yeah, nice enough. We have a monk over here doing the water blessing. Yeah, this is quite cool. Now, whenever they excavated around this temple, they found some of the tablets. There's these clay tablets that are really, really important. And Suphan Buri is renowned for having some amazing amulets. And so this place was looted before it was excavated because people were searching for those clay tablets. Yes, they have some little data plates on the bottom there. It's all in Thai. That one there looks like a really cool image. All right, so let's go look at the prong now. You can see they put fans and everything in here. There's a couple little buildings here with some images underneath. And then they have the two reclining Buddhas. And then that is the main part of the old temple ruin. And you can see over here, this is the outer wall. So this would have been an absolute massive site back when this was new. Yeah, that's really cool. And you can see the outer part of that building. You see the prongs sticking up and some chedis over here. All right, I want to look at this second reclining Buddha, and then we'll go over and look at this other little building and then the prong. And this is the second one here. So you can see the face is different. And they got the little shrine, so people will come over here and pray right there. Over here, this is the chedi. And then check out this cool little building right here. Now, I've been to thousands of temples in Thailand, and this is what I like. I like seeing this style of building right here. This is the old Ayutthaya style, and it's just absolutely fantastic to me. It's simple but elegant. I just really love it, the way they use the, I mean, they're small buildings, but the way they have like the little porches and everything else on them. Some of them will have windows, some of them will have just a couple, and then it'll be maybe painted on the inside with murals. You just never know. And it's locked up, but it's just plain inside. Last time I opened up the window shutter and it just had paint cans inside of there. I don't think anything's changed over the 3 years. Check out that style of the chedi. It looks like there's a door that's broken off here of the relic chamber. You can see there's little Buddha images there, all the lotus flowers, everything else. Really nice. And then there's another one of these small little buildings. This is on the corner of the cloister. And then you got some chedis here. Where that tree's at one time was a chedi also, but it's been completely taken over. Yeah, this is what happens when they're abandoned. These trees grow on them, and the tree roots wrap around the chedi, and it pushes the bricks apart, and they eventually just collapse down like this. You can see there was a huge chedi field out here, and then a small little shrine building there. and a couple more chetties that are down to rubble. You can see what's left of yet another chetty. And then this little hall. So they had to cut that tree back. You can see what that tree did right there to the foundation of this. And then they have a kind of a modern image right there. And then that's what this hall would have looked like. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You see how they have the brick and they made the rails underneath the window. And then this would have been like a lotus flower up there, and that would have been the roof. And the roof is part of those bricks and stuff over there now. And then there's 3 chetties here that you can see the bricks are just deteriorating. Trees were growing on them at one time. Okay, this building was like the Ubasot, or the ordination hall. And it's just the foundation now, and they put a roof over it. We'll look at it next. All right, so this is the ordination hall. So you can see what they did. This is just the footprint of what this used to look like. It still has the Buasima stones, which these are new ones. Those sandstones deteriorate really bad. And then they've put a new cover over it. And then they had a huge image here. So the ordination hall here, and then the Wehan is on the other side, and it has a chetty in the middle, which was the traditional layout. They would have also had over here would have been monk quarters and other auxiliary buildings. You can see this was another chetty field over here. So they think this temple was built under the reign of Ayutthaya King Sampraya, I think that's who it was, in the 15th century. They found up here in the relic chamber in 1916, when they were doing some renovations here, they found a gold tablet that had the inscriptions that talked about it. Yeah, what a fantastic building. And they've restored some of those over there, and they're working on that moondrop since I was here last. Yeah, these Buasima stones here are quite cool. And you see the people that are walking around the chetty, what they'll do is they'll go around it 3 times, and they hold that little card that has a prayer on it. And they'll say that prayer while they go around the chetty. Yeah, there's a lot to see here at this temple. It's quite large. Check out that chetty. Whereas the Thais say JD. And more of the bases of these chetties out here. And then they had a little like shrine right here, it looks like. And you can see the wall. So the grade is quite a bit lower than the modern grade. The Tachin River probably floods and deposits sediment out here. So all of this is below the modern day level. Yeah, that's really, really nice. You can see the restoration. So we'll pop our head in these buildings, and then we'll go to the center hall. So they're doing tons of renovation here. They're paving this. They're making it look very nice. So you can see the Naga, and they're up there painting. So this is a replica of the tablet right here. That's what's in this building. They're gonna fix this up here next. Yeah, you see these tablets in the museums, and you'll also see the little amulets that they'll wear. And looks like they have the coffin here for one of the head monks. Yeah, and these are some of the pictures of some of the tablets that they've found doing excavation. And they have a bunch of bricks here to do some work. And they fixed this all up. So this is the new ordination hall. I got a kid that's over here singing. So it looks like they're doing some remodeling in here. So they got new doors and window shutters. Oh, check that out. So that's all new. You guys up here got a scaffolding. Sawadee Kap. So they've went and carved all this. So this is all the wood, and they'll put the stain on it. And then this will be like the platform for the monks in here. Yeah, they got still quite a bit more remodeling to do, but it's looking really, really nice. Yeah, this is another one of those small little buildings. I just absolutely love this style. whenever I see one, I got to pull in and take a look at it. All right, so now let's work our way over to the Chedi. We've done a whole loop around it. This right here is one of the small little corner buildings. And so this is the cloister right here. So this would have had Buddha images that would have been seated all the way around it, and you would have been able to walk underneath there. And we'll go up into the relic chamber. I'd tell you, this is fantastic. There were Chedis all through this temple. You can see some of them were there. Here's the base of another, and they're all just completely gone, basically. And you see some of the laterite stones. So that would have been the Utong period. Yeah, really, really fantastic. You can see some of the figures up there, some of the Naga. There's a wheel of law here on the outside. This looks like it's been restored fairly recently. All right, so you take your shoes off down here, and we'll climb these stairs and go up into the relic chamber. And you can see how they styled it with these redented corners here. And they would have covered it all in plaster. They would have had detail work. You can see quite a bit of it up there with the Naga and then those little pediment things. This is a Khmer style, which was pretty common in the early Ayutthaya era. Oh, it's fantastic. I don't know how tall it is, but it is colossal. And this is what you climb up here to see. You can see they have some more of those little tablets back there. And then they have this standing Buddha. And then they have this small Chedi that's back behind. That will have the relics in it. The whole purpose for this. And they put this faux roof in here. That's an addition to keep the bats out. Otherwise they get so many bats that the guano just builds up here. All right, that's the Chedi. Wow, really cool. Now if you go over that way, that's the Tachin River over there. And there's a couple old Chedis and stuff like that just kind of scattered about. This is the whole temple ground. Yeah, really nice. Let's look at these corner temples, these corner buildings here, and then that'll be the last we look at. You see the Chedi that's right next to it. And then it has the faux chamber right there. So it would have been open to the east, and then the other cardinal directions would have had the faux entrances. Kind of the Khmer styling that they had. Yeah, this is an amazing little prong here out in the middle. Yeah, the west side would have had another Chedi, but it's gone. See some laterite stones in the base there that they used as filler. And there would have been an image in there originally, and then it has like the faux styling right there. It was like kind of like what the Khmer did with the lintel. There's no lintel, but they have kind of a faux and the pediment there. And then it goes all the way up to the top, the staff of Shiva. Yeah, this is really a nice temple. And you can see how high the wall is with these little corner buildings. And the Chedi over here on the south end is pretty rough. And that's the original wall height. Yeah, fantastic here. Now what the name of it means, Prasi Rattana Mahathat. The Mahathat means the temple of the relic. And then you can see the styling up here. And you can see when they remodeled it. What is that? 2469, I think is what that says. And it's 2568 this year in the Buddhist calendar. And this is the little shrine here. And that Chedi again. And this is the last little corner building here. Ah, this is really, really cool. And it has the date right there in the Thai letters. And you can see the little shrine over here. And there's a matching room just like this. Buddha is missing its head. In the old days, if there was an image like this, the looters would come and cut their heads off because they would put gems and gold and stuff like that inside of the head. And the looters would cut that off looking for the treasure. Yeah, one last look here at this Chedi. That sun is right up there. It's a little bright. So hopefully it'll come out on the camera just fine for y'all. Yeah, what a great temple. This is definitely something you need to see if you're here in Suphan Buri. Well, that'll finish up our video over here at this Wat Phra Rattana Mahathat, or I think that's the name of it. It's a huge name. So anyway, this is fantastic. It's definitely the highlight of any visit here to Suphan Buri. This is about an hour and a half to 2 hours or so outside of Bangkok. It's skipped over by tourists. Most everybody goes to Ayutthaya, Bangkok, Chiang Mai, or the islands down south. But they're really missing out on a little bit of the history of the region. It's quite cool. I've enjoyed this temple a lot. I've been here before. They've done a lot of restoration. The complaints before was that it was kind of dirty and not up, there's no upkeep to it, but they're really putting in an effort to fix things up, and it looks much better than it was when I was here 3 years ago. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and you get to see some more stuff like this. And if you know more about this temple or know more about the region than I do, let me know in a comment down below. I would definitely like to read up a little bit about it. And until next time, from over here in Suphan Buri, remember, life is a journey. So until next time, enjoy.